people say they want to be 18 again. I wouldn't go back to being 18 again. I'm actually in the middle.
I want to file a charge against him.
I'm actually in the middle of a conversation.
No, I'm going to file a charge against him for harassment. He called me on my phone.
Young lady, it's been wonderful speaking to you.
And
enjoy your day.
Tape anything.
Thank you so much. Oh, I will absolutely be taping. I'm taping right now.
Good. I want to file a charge against you for harassment. You're a nuisance in the village of East Hampton.
Please keep your finger out of my face.
Please arrest him, officer.
Okay, we'll get a signed complaint.
Yep.
You understand what? He's willing to sign a formal complaint stating that you harassed him.
Okay, well,
waiting outside the restaurant, call him on the phone.
I was actually having a conversation with this nice young lady.
Here's the cell phone record. This guy called me. I can very easily prove it. He called me on my cell phone.
Is calling someone against the law?
When you threaten him and harass him,
I threatened you. I recorded the phone. I recorded the phone call. So be careful.
Okay, well, you harassed me. You called me up. What are you doing?
How did I harass you, if you don't mind me asking?
Just by calling me.
No. What
you're
did
not calling me for business. You're calling me to fuck with me.
No, not at all. I actually. No. I'm walking down the street with my wife. Okay, down the sidewalk.
Listen, this guy is. I want him locked up, and that's it. Okay, arrest him.
Yeah.
Okay, he's been looking for trouble, and he's going to get it.
If it only worked that way, Mr. Wallace, you'd be, you'd be king. But that's not the way the world works.
But I'm not looking to be harassed.
Can I speak to you privately for a moment so I can give you my side of the story?
He's saying his side of the story here. You say your side of the story.
Okay, that's fine. If he'll let me speak, because he keeps cutting me off. Can I speak now? Is that okay?
Sure.
So this is my wife. I'm walking down the sidewalk with my wife. One of your officers was writing parking tickets. Okay. So we're walking down the sidewalk. I was planning on going around here to Main Street and just taking a walk, enjoying the weather with my wife. Okay. Mr. Wallace comes out of his gallery, yells over to the officer whose name I can't remember, but I will. Says, "Hey, dickhead's here." Points at me, right? So the officer says, "Oh yeah," right?
You got that? That's ridiculous.
Yep.
And I wasn't coming out of my.
No, it's not ridiculous.
I did say something. Where was I?
You did say it. I saw you.
Okay, but where was
the cameras? The witness that doesn't lie saw you. Okay,
I'm a private citizen. I'm not one of these.
Oh, you can say anything you want, but I can't. How does that work?
There's a difference between.
Anyway, can I continue explaining my side of the story to you? This is why I'm asking to be in private, because I'm not going to be able to get a sentence out completely.
Continue.
Okay. So he yells out, "Dickhead is here." The officer says, "Oh, I see that." They wave to each other. The officer goes and gets in his car and leaves. Okay. So I walk down.
So why do you assume that that's you, though?
Because
he pointed right at me.
I never.
What do you mean? I'm 50 years old. I know when somebody's pointing at me and talking about me.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
That's subjective.
And
so
maybe their name fits.
Let me know when I can finish.
Go ahead.
You done? For a moment?
Yeah.
Okay. So then what I did was I turned around and I walked back down towards Terry's gallery, because I didn't see where he went. I was just going to ask him why I have a new name and why it's Dickhead, where that came from. He's got a sign on the door that says, "I'm at John Pappas Cafe, here's my cell phone number." So since he's not there, and I did not want to come to John Pappas Cafe and create any kind of a disturbance, I called his cell phone number, which is publicly posted on his door.
Art buyer? You don't look like it.
I'm not an art buyer at all. No, I'm an art creator.
Yeah.
So what I did was I called him up and I said, "Hey, Terry, how are you? I'm just wondering why my new name is Dickhead." And he started yelling at me on the phone, which is also recorded. Started yelling at me on the phone, "Listen, I'm an ex-Marine.
And I'm not going to tolerate your crap.
I'm not going to tolerate your crap. I'm going to have you arrested." Locked up for what? What's the crime?
Harassment.
What's the crime?
Harassment.
He says it's harassment.
He says it's
waiting outside the restaurant, calling me on the phone.
It's going to be a civilian complaint.
When he's not a complaint.
Making a phone call is harassment?
Yeah. It's his word against yours.
Okay. No. It's his word against the camera.
Okay, that's fine. But that, if this is the way that it's going to go, and he wants you arrested for harassment,
I want you. What's your name and badge number?
Officer Kachanaz, shield number 72.
Okay. Before you say another word, I want your supervisor here. End of story. Get a sergeant here. Okay. And you better watch yourself, because you're dealing with qualified immunity. Let's stick to the law. You just walked up with a little attitude.
You're harassing me. You're outside.
I called you up to ask you a question, sir. A Marine should be able to answer a question.
No.
Sure I can. You posted your phone number on the door of your business. You posted your phone number on the door of a business that said call.
I'm going to tell you something right now. What you're doing is okay, as long as you have someone's consent. But you can't pull up here and start to wait for people.
What do you mean I can't pull up here?
Started it by calling him a dick.
This is the officer he was speaking to. I'm sure you'll deny it, but when I was walking down the sidewalk with my wife,
Jason,
okay,
you didn't let me finish. You asked my name and shield number.
You gave me your name and shield number. I told you I don't want to hear another word out of you until your supervisor gets here. Are you a supervisor?
What does that have to do with what I'm talking to you about? The supervisor.
Because you're not handling this situation appropriately, and that's my opinion. So we're going to get your supervisor here. We're going to get it straight up.
Listen, have anything better to do with your life?
What I do with my life is not your opinion.
Don't you have anything better to do?
What I do with my life is not up to you.
You know?
And you could have, and you want to know something, Terry? I've known you for a long time. We have mutual friends. Luciano. Luciano's a mutual friend. Luciano's introduced us many times over the past 35 years. Okay. And all you had to do, if you had an interest in what I was doing, was ask me. And I would have happily explained myself to you. That's all you had to do. You didn't need to yell
Wait
dickhead
outside.
across the parking
Wait
lot.
outside the
No,
restaurant.
you said to me on the phone, I'll be right outside the restaurant. I'm calling the police.
never said
So
that.
I'll,
Police. So,
yes, you
I
did.
said I will. Yes. I
Yes,
said I will
you
come
did. You said
outside.
I will be outside and I will call the police, and I will not run
It's
from
not
the
an
police.
argument.
Since you're going to call the police, I came down here to wait for them so they wouldn't have to look for me. That's all it
You
is.
harass these guys. That's one thing, because they have.
I don't feel like I'm harassing
You're not gonna
anybody.
harass me.
I was not making a phone call to you was not a harassment. When you posted your cell
Waiting
number
outside
in
the
public.
restaurant is harassment.
You told me that you were going to come outside and call the police.
Exactly.
Sure you did.
I said I did call the police, and I said
When somebody tells me they called the police on me, I'm going to stand here and wait. I'm not going to disappear. What do you want me to do? Run away from the cops? I have nothing to run away for. I'm 49 years old, never been arrested in my life.
Well, today be your first day.
Well, that's up to you.
Okay.
That's up to you. Civil lawsuits are a bitch.
It's not a.
You better make sure you're doing the right thing. Because you posted your cell phone number in a public place and said, call for assistance. I needed your help in solving in answering a question.
Say call for
I
assistance.
called you, and all you, yes, it
Doesn't
does.
say call for assistance.
It says I'm at John Pappas Cafe. Here's my cell phone
Doesn't
number.
say
So
call
I
for
called.
assistance.
That's it.
If I were you, Mr. Gutterman, I'd find a different line of work.
You're not me.
Stop harassing.
You're not me.
cops.
You're not me.
Okay. You know, I don't
You're
know
not
what
me.
your problem is with these
My father died 23 years ago. I'm not going to listen to what you tell me what to do.
I'm not trying to be your father.
You're giving me advice, telling me what I should be doing with my life. I mean, come on.
Advice.
You know
Good
what?
Free advice.
Do we have a supervisor on the way?
Already called him.
Okay, good. Thank
I'm
you.
giving you good free.
And can I get your name and badge number, sir, please?
Really?
Yes. I'm asking you for your
Ray-Ban. Shield 60.
Thank you very much. Wasn't so hard, was it? I'm just asking. And since you're here, can I get your name and badge number, please?
Officer Smith, badge number 78.
Thank you, Officer Smith. I've never been anything but cordial with you guys, and you know that. You can't name one time in the 35 years that you've known me that I've ever been disrespectful to you. Sure you have. Yeah, you don't remember. You've known me for a very long time. Yeah.
you did a small statement.
We met when I was 18 years old. Well, so that was 32 years ago. I'm off by a few years. And Officer Smith here will tell you, I think in our interactions, I've been very respectful to you. We've been very cordial to each other. There's no issues. Mr. Wallace wants to walk through a parking lot yelling dickhead at people. That, to me, is harassment. And that, to me, crosses a line. Because I did not say anything disrespectful to you.
Did he say your name?
He pointed right at me.
He didn't point at you.
Oh, yes, he did. Yes, he did.
You have it on tape.
Yes, I do. I always record. Yep. There's a reason. And why are you asking if I have it on tape? You should know. You should know what you said.
Because I'm telling you that it's not.
Your story's already changed 3 times. Review the tape. You'll see a copy of it.
Matt has it.
And again, as a former Marine, you swore an oath to the Constitution of the United States of America. And if you wanted to know what I was doing, you could have just simply asked me. And I would have explained myself to you.
Waiting outside the restaurant for me, calling me up.
You asked
You crossed the line. That's
You
where you
asked
crossed
me.
the
No,
line.
that is
Pulling
not.
up
I'm standing on a public
and thinking
sidewalk.
You're a tough guy. You
No,
crossed the
I'm
line.
standing. I'm not acting like you're the one stating you're an ex-Marine and you're not going to tolerate it, and I'm going to be sorry and you're going to make me pay for what I'm doing.
I'm not like these guys.
That's
I
what
don't
you
have to
said.
listen to your crap. Okay. I
I'm
feel
not like
bad for
these
them.
guys either. I'm standing on a public sidewalk. I can film and do it. I could stand here all day and film this place for
You can,
36
but, you know,
hours.
The difference is.
See, now you're calming down. Now we can talk.
The difference is you crossed the line when you called me. Number one, gave me a hard time, and number two,
I didn't give you a
when
hard time. You
came
gave me a hard
When I
time.
told you I'm not giving you an interview, and you came and you stood outside this place and you arrested.
No.
That's when
You
you
said
crossed the
you-
line.
All right, no, wait. Can I respond to that?
Yeah.
Let's have a gentlemanly conversation.
You told
Let me respond to that. What you said was, I am going to call the police and have you arrested, and I will be outside. I'm walking outside the restaurant now. That's what you said. So when somebody tells me they're calling the police, I walk down here to wait for the police officers.
What do you think I was doing?
What do you think I'm going to do?
Walking-
Get in my car and leave?
I was walking in the parking lot to see if there was a police officer here. That's why I said I'm going outside.
Okay. I don't believe that story because you said you were calling them, but okay, that's
I'm
fine.
going to walk outside.
And I think you did call them. You didn't walk outside and find them.
Well, I did because when I didn't
Hang
find
on,
one of
Matt.
them here, I had a call. I had a call when I didn't find one of them.
Wait, talk to you now.
I mean, I know you guys are just itching to hem me up for something, but I mean, let's get something real, guys. Wait till I cross the line. Let's just not make things up, you know?
Jason, we're here answering a legitimate.
All right, but you have discretion to decide whether or not that complaint is legitimate or not. Okay?
And
So that's
why
your
I
call.
tried to explain to you that it's called a civilian arrest.
You can be
He says
arrested
you
for
harassed
calling. So, what is the definition of harassment? How did I harass him? State the statute.
I'm not
How did I?
getting- I'm not
What are you
getting into
talking about?
New York State penal law
What are you talking about? New York State penal law.
definition.
Well, if you're going to arrest somebody, yes, you are. You're going to get very into New York State penal law. You're going to get into qualified immunity and a lot of things.
You're missing the point.
No,
And
I'm not
here's
missing
why.
the point.
I told you it's a civilian arrest.
Defensive. He's trying to.
No, let me explain, because nobody... No, no,
Now
no.
you're getting defensive.
No, I'm not getting... Well, listen, you're threatening me with arrest. Of course I'm going to get defensive.
I'm not
Okay?
threatening you with an arrest.
Mr. Wallace, Mr. Wallace has his phone number handwritten on the door of his business that says, I am at John Pappas. Call my cell with the phone number. That's what I did. Okay? So if you want to consider that harassment, and when I called him, I said, Mr. Wallace, this is Jason Gutterman. I'd just like to know why my new name is Dickhead. That's all I said. He started screaming at me, I'm an ex-Marine. You don't know who you're fucking with. You don't know. I'm going to make sure you get arrested. Blah, 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 blah.
Licensing for them taking my picture and sitting on the same thing.
Come on, God.
Talk to the photographer about it.
So that's just ridiculous. And you know what? I hope you arrest me. I really do. I really do.
If you would let me finish, Jason.
I'd be happy to let you finish. But don't blame me for being upset.
Civilian arrest. I'm not saying you have any right to be upset or not upset. Honestly, that doesn't matter to me. Honestly, that doesn't matter to me. We have a complaint that we're following up on. The complaint came from Mr. Wallace.
Okay.
Mr. Wallace, if
he's got legal grounds.
doesn't matter about legal grounds.
Doesn't matter about me.
Oh,
He's
so I
saying you
could
arrest
just
him,
so I
he's
can
going to fill out a report.
I can just make up
And
anything I want
if
against
he wants you charged, it's a civilian arrest.
Sergeant Bennett, can I speak with you for a minute, please?
Yeah, you turn that camera off and I'll speak with you all you want.
If I turn the camera off, why would I turn the camera off?
What do you want to talk to me about?
You want me to turn my camera off? What do I want you to talk? You got Mr. Wallace's side of the story. You're not interested in here. I'm the one that asked for a supervisor. You need me to turn my camera off?
Then I'll talk to you.
Why? We're standing on a public sidewalk, and I'm being threatened with arrest. And for my safety, I'd like to talk to you in private, right here, 10 feet away, just like Mr. Wallace did. Thank you.
I'm going to go out.
Enjoy your lunch, sir. All right, so now listen, just to de-escalate this, okay, what I'm trying to do is I want to explain to you what just happened from my point of view. Okay, I have a witness. This camera was running the whole time, and I want him to be very careful about what he's about to sign his name to. Okay, I got out of the car with my wife. I parked. Okay, I'm walking down this public sidewalk that you can see right here with my wife. Okay, Mr. Wallace comes out of his business, walks down the sidewalk with Officer Smith. She breaks off from him and starts walking into the parking lot. He sees Officer Brabant writing a ticket, and he yells over and points at me and says, hey, Dickhead is here. Officer Brabant looks at him, goes like that, walks away, gets in his car and leaves. Okay?
Okay.
So I went down to Terry's. I didn't see where he went. Okay, I didn't know if he went down one of these alleys, walked back. So I went over to his gallery. Right? I was going to knock on the door and just ask him why he's yelling dickhead, calling me dickhead in the middle of the public parking lot, what the point of that is. I didn't get that. He doesn't remember, but he's known me for a very long time. So the door's locked, and there's a sign handwritten by Mr. Wallace, I would assume, on the window. We can go look at it right now. That says, I'm at John Pappas. Here's my cell phone number. Call me. To the general public. If you need me, here's where I am. Call me. So I dialed the cell phone number. Okay? And again, this is all recorded. Okay? I put it on speaker and recorded the whole conversation.
Mr. Recorder.
You have to be.
Oh, of course.
You have to be. And don't be upset with me for what I do. We're talking about this situation right now here today. We're not talking about anything else.
I'm not upset at all.
No, and I appreciate that. And I know you're a very, what I know of you, you're a very well-respected gentleman in this town. Yeah, I see you scoop du jour all the time, getting coffee and donuts, whatever you have there.
You're everywhere.
So, well, you know, you guys are everywhere too. And you know, actually, I mean, if you were going to get off on that conversation, which we won't go too far into it, but you swore an oath to the Constitution of the United States. That's my only interest.
Listen,
okay. So here's the bottom line. So Mr. Wallace, when I'm on the phone with him, I said, Terry, Mr. Wallace, I'm sorry. I said, I would just like to know why my new name is Dickhead. He says to me, listen to me, you piece of shit. Okay. I'm an ex-Marine, and you're not going to treat me like this. You're not going to you're harassing me. Why are you calling my cell phone? I said, you wrote your cell phone number on the window of your business out to the general public to call you if they needed you. I needed you.
Come on,
so that's why I'm calling. That's the chase. So then he says to me, I'm going to call the police. I'm walking outside the restaurant now, and the police are going to come arrest you. So rather than have you drive around and look for me, I walked myself down to the sidewalk, stood on a public sidewalk, and waited for you to get here.
Okay.
And that's where we are. Okay. So if you consider a phone call to Mr. Wallace harassment, that's up to you.
Listen.
I would just be very careful because it's all...
Are you done now?
Yes.
Okay, good. Have a nice day. He's not filing charges, not doing anything.
Okay.
Okay?
Very good.
You're free to go.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, buddy.
You have a wonderful day.
Go.
All right, guys. Well, as I was walking away, we ran into the first officer that showed up on the scene and had a little conversation with him. So I'm going to play that for you now. I had my body cam still rolling, and things definitely took a turn. So stay tuned. Coming to you from the village of East Hampton, Amagansett Press. Out. Camera's off now. Can I just ask you something off the record? Did you learn something today?
I didn't.
You didn't?
No, I didn't.
That's a shame.
I don't understand. You want me to explain to you?
What do you mean?
Jason? was trying to explain.
No, you were prepared to arrest me if I didn't call for your supervisor. You were going to place me under citizen's arrest. Of course you were.
Look, I respect you and I respect what you're doing. I do.
Do you really?
I do.
Honestly?
Honestly.
Well, then I respect you. I've never had a problem with you. We've known each other for a little bit of time.
I was just trying to explain to you that if he decides that you harassed him and he wants to fill out the paperwork, it's his word against yours. He's the one that's arresting you. We're not doing anything.
All right, but what
We have
changed when
nothing.
Sergeant Bennett got here?
Nothing. He spoke to
Yeah,
Terry
but
and said,
see,
Terry, I don't
disagree
think you should do
with
this.
But no, and you know what? If you're going to come at me with respect, I come right back at you with respect.
I've
That's the
always
way I am.
respected you, yeah.
I think all the police officers in town. I understand there's animosity. Of course, you guys don't like what I'm doing. Why would you? Why would you? You know, you watch the videos. But what I want you to remember is, okay, and you're going to know this is the truth. I can't make you look any way. I can't make you look good. I can't make you look bad. All I can do is memorialize what you choose to do. Okay, so any officer that's ever looked bad in one of my videos chose to make themselves look bad.
I get
and I'm
that.
sure the
I know
chief
how
told him the same
videos
thing.
work. I know
Right.
how it works. And I had no intention of arresting you without any sort of documentation on his end of what the complaint even was.
But now let me ask you
So
something.
somebody just saying, I want him arrested, all right, I understand that.
Well, you were prepared to do it.
I was going to take the procedure,
Take his statement and then.
take his statement,
and
see
then-
what it said, and then it's him arresting you. It's not me.
Let me ask you a question. If you want to go on that tangent, have you how long have you been a police officer?
15 years, well, 17 years. Total.
17 years. That's a long time. Okay. Have you ever turned in or reported another police officer for wrongdoing in 17 years?
Yeah,
You have.
yeah.
You've
He
turned
lost
in.
his job because of it.
You did.
Yeah.
I want to shake your hand and congratulate you because if that's the case, that's what you should do. And my next question was going to be, which I don't need to ask you now, but I was going to ask you, have you ever falsified information or lied on a report? Okay, well then
The
you're
information speaks for itself.
you're one of the good guys, okay? But you and I both know, and this is a rhetorical statement, I'm not asking you for an answer because I don't want to put you in that position,
Sure.
okay? But not all cops are good cops. Not all photographers are good photographers.
No, I get it.
Not
It's
all
the same with
checkout
any
clerks
industry. Not all
at
doctors are good. And look, I get
exactly
it.
right,
I get it.
okay? But so why I record? Because Muhammad Ali did an interview in the 1960s, okay? And somebody...
And I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry that you got all worked up about this. I
Yeah.
understand.
Well,
I understand.
As a
Please,
citizen,
like I'm telling you.
as just as a
No, and
human
I
being,
appreciate that. Thank you.
I understand that you guys are here
And
to
you're
protect
protective
us,
of him. He's
and
your
I
husband. I get
understand.
We've been together for 35 years.
I mean, I know him.
So Muhammad Ali gave this interview, okay, back in the 60s, and it was concerning race issues, okay? And the interviewer, who was a white guy, said to him, why you just because of a couple of bad apples, you're just not going to trust all white people, and you're just not going to trust people? What kind of Muhammad Ali said, listen, if you get a pit of snakes, okay, and there's 1,000 snakes in that pit, and you tell me only 2 of them are venomous, do you think I'm going to jump in that pit?
Yeah.
Because only 2 of them are venomous, 998 of them won't do a thing to you.
Yeah.
You got to be careful. That's why you guys should have body cams. It's coming. I'm sure you will. An objective record is everyone's best friend.
Yeah.
So you record, and you guys shouldn't have any problem with anybody recording. Sergeant Bennett shouldn't have asked me to turn my camera off. In California, there's something called the Bain Act. If we lived in California, if a law enforcement officer interferes with your recording on a public street, you could lose your qualified immunity and go to jail for that. So it's civil rights. And like I said, you swore an oath to the Constitution of the United States. My goal, if you want to know what it is, if you've been confused, if anybody's confused, anybody's wondering, is we just want to hold you accountable to that oath. That's all it is. And in this country, every day, every American citizen is slowly losing their rights, yourself included. And when they come to take people's guns,
Fully aware
and you
of it.
can't get on an airplane, because who knows, this report could go to a fusion center somewhere. I could wind up on a terrorist watch list because Terry Wallace called I got to have evidence of what happened here today. It's not a joke anymore, and you understand that.
I do.
So that's why I record. That's what I do. And like I said, if you go look at any of my videos, anybody that looks like a fool made themselves a fool. And there are several videos, probably more than not, where I'm shaking hands with the officers at the end of it, saying East Hampton Town Police, East Hampton Village Police, wonderful job, great community policing. I say that in a lot of my videos. So we're just doing fair reporting.
I understand that.
You know?
And that's why I stuck around, because I didn't want you to think that you were automatically getting
you see,
arrested, and that's kind of the way it seems.
And then I'll let her...
I understand you calling a supervisor. I get that. I'll gladly call a supervisor.
Good. And it actually takes the heat off of you.
Of
Let
course.
somebody else decide what's going to go on, right? And the truth of the matter is, and again, rhetorical statement, you don't have to answer me, but the truth of the matter is, the 800-pound gorilla in the room, okay, he's upset, Sergeant Bennett's upset, whoever's upset because of what I'm doing on YouTube and the videos, and that's where that all came from.
Right.
If none of that existed,
Honestly, it
this
doesn't
whole
bother me.
situation wouldn't have, well, that's you.
Yeah.
And this is my goal. My goal is not a shitstorm. If the shitstorm happens, it gets views, makes my channel grow, and it gives me more of a voice. The truth of the matter is, though, at the end of the day, this is what I'm after. Okay, I want to open up dialogue between the general public, law enforcement, and I want everybody to shake hands, go home at the end of the day, and have a mutual respect and understanding for each other, even if we don't agree. That's all. And the problem is here, you know what, and I think whether it's the President of the United States, Congress, me and you standing on this sidewalk, a husband and wife, a father and a son, communication can solve 95% of the problems going on in this world.
How many different ways can a text message be taken? No, you don't know what context it's said in. All you see is the letters.
That's right. But if we're standing here talking to each other, we're all human beings, and that's it. We all bleed the same, man. And I just want to open up dialogue, and I want things to end this way. That's it. That's my goal. So now you know what my goal is. No, because you probably wonder. Everybody want, why is he doing this? The biggest question I get is, why are you doing this? Why are you doing? Why didn't you just ask permission? Why didn't you just do this? Why didn't you just do that? Because I'm exercising my rights. That's the whole point.
Yeah,
That's it.
Too noisy? I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry. We're gonna get going and let you get back to.
That's all right.
Again, thank you very much.